Good morning, everybody. Bathrobe meditation at What Feels Real here. I'm speaking quietly because I have a house of teens scattered in the common areas, sleeping over from a homecoming dance last night. These are the days I'm going to miss one day, so I'm appreciating and enjoying them while they're here. But anyway, it's earlier than anybody else wants to be awake. So for today's practice, I wanted to introduce something by a man named Richard Schwartz. He's brought to the world what he calls internal family systems, IFS. And it basically explains that all of us as humans are made up of lots of different parts. And so in any given moment, we may be experiencing a part of us that feels one thing and a part of us that feels another thing and a part of us that feels even a third or fourth or fifth or 20th thing. And that sometimes that can feel like a lot if we have a lot of different parts that we're aware of at the same time, and mostly or especially intense if some of these parts are in contradiction with each other. Also, sometimes these parts can get triggered, and so if we're feeling really, activated by something, even in the body, whether that shows up as a physical sensation or in the heart or in the mind, it can feel like that's all of us. It can feel like that's everything. However, in parts work, we realize that, we are the sky, and those different feelings and expressions and physical sensations, they're just clouds that are passing through. And so if we can bring the attention to those parts and make those parts feel seen and heard and acknowledged, we can help those parts relax a little bit and come back into equilibrium. So I don't know if all of this is sounding way out there or if it's feeling like you have no idea what I'm talking about, but I encourage you to Google IFS, Dick Schwartz. There's some great guided meditations that he does himself. But for today, I'd like to just take us through a short practice of exploring what parts may be up for you today, what may be up for me today. So let's begin by closing the eyes, preparing the mind and the body to go inside and just see what's here. So beginning with a body scan, noticing any parts of the body that may feel more charged, more alive, more vibrant. All different expressions of physical sensations. Just see what's here. Expanding the awareness to the heart space and the mind. See if there are any big feelings, intense thoughts. Just seeing what's here. Allowing the breath to help us to drop into whatever is present in this moment. The idea here today is to not necessarily really get to know these parts, but instead to help these parts feel seen, recognized, acknowledged. So we're just spending time side by side with whatever's here, bearing witness. Some examples may be low back pain, tension in the jaw or shoulders, feelings of loneliness, fear, thoughts of self-doubt, worry, thoughts of never enough, just seeing what's most alive today and making space for it. Allowing the breath to expand, perhaps bringing a healing energy or intention of self-kindness and compassion, a nurturing energy to any part that may be a little bit reactive, working too hard, giving it permission and opportunity to soften and relax. And if that doesn't feel possible in this moment, of course, letting that be. No need to fix or change anything. This is a time of recognition and acknowledgement, peacemaking with what's here. And if you are able to begin to really embody these parts with a sense of kindness, and perhaps notice even just the tiniest of shifts that can come from making space and accepting, then noticing what that begins to feel like when we can let go even just a little. the breath, if we are able to notice just a little bit of softening and more spaciousness, this sense of relaxing allows us to embody these parts even just a little bit more, befriending them. And this embodiment might then lead to a little bit more relaxation and further shifting. And so we enter into this fairly intuitive cycle of healing where we recognize our whole self as bigger than these individual parts. And as we begin to invite ourselves back to the external world, coming back up from the depth of the internal experience, seeing what we can bring with us out into this day, what sense of acknowledgement, kindness to all that's present, sense of integration, of being all one whole person, larger than any part. Perhaps inviting a slight smile, allowing the corners of the mouth to slightly lift. Taking a few final, deeper, longer inhalations and long, extended, full exhalations. And coming back when you're ready. Welcome to a brand new day. Hope you have a good one today. That is just the tip of the iceberg with IFS, and really barely doing it justice, but encouraging you to look up more opportunity to get to know this work better. If that resonated with you, it can be very powerful. All right, everybody, have a great day. Take care. See you next time.